Johnny Trekkie here. This time I'm in Cesky Krumlov in the Czech Republic. One of the most beautiful places I've ever beamed into. The best thing to see and do in Cesky Krumlov is simply Cesky Krumlov itself. This small, majestic, medieval town is full of amazing architecture from the Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque eras. The three different styles blend well together in perfect fashion. The dozens and dozens of charming cobblestone streets lead to fun and touristy boutique shops, art galleries, and restaurants. And the beer is always delicious and cheap. The gracefully flowing and beautiful Vltava river is always nearby with its lovely song in the background. In the charming historic square, you'll find both locals and tourists relaxing and lounging. The square has incredible architecture, lovely restaurants, and plenty of shops. Despite all this being very touristy, everything is actually still quite affordable. It's also incredibly beautiful at night. Next, you'll want to see the Cesky Krumlov Castle grounds, which is free. For centuries, the defensive moat has always been filled with local bears. Though I'm not sure how fierce they actually are, but they are sure darn cute. At the top of the main bridge, you'll see some incredible views of the city. The castle gardens are green and gorgeous. It's much smaller than France's Versailles or Austria's Schönbrunn, but it makes the walking a lot easier.
As you might have noticed, this is a very beautiful little town. It's not really meant for a big group of guys to go out on a bachelor party. But if you have a romantic relationship, definitely bring your special someone here.
Cesky Krumlov Castle Tour Route Number 1. This 45-minute guided tour starts in the opulent private chapel, because the rich don't want to pray with the poor. You'll see all the royal bedrooms. You'll see the various regal lounges and living spaces. Every kind and benevolent ruler needs at least 12 of these. Every royalty also needs a royal garage to park the royal golden carriage. This must have been a really sweet ride back in the day. Now that's a hood ornament. There was also a special room for taxidermy work, including the retired guard bears from the moat we saw earlier. The extravagant dining rooms, because every castle needs more than one. I'm personally always intrigued by the castle's kitchen and pantries. Most impressive is the incredible, opulent, and majestic ballroom. The art and decor is much more modern and whimsical than you would expect. This just might be my favorite ballroom in all of Europe. If you do not want to take a formal tour, the Castle Museum and Tower section does not require a reservation or tour guide. You'll wander through some of the rooms and common spaces where the servants and guards worked. There are lots and lots of relics and artifacts to see. Some are centuries old, and some are just decades old. I was really fascinated by the old toilets. I feel bad for those old servants. I'm not sure who this was, but I'm sure it was someone very, very important. I really loved this old movie theater. The castle tower is the very best part of this whole tour. It's only 162 steps to the top. The grand panoramic sweeping views are spectacular. Cesky Krumlov is simply incredible. And I really can't get enough of those bears.
Pro tip, you can either spend €1 to use the bathroom here, or you can just buy yourself a $2 coffee and get a free token to use the bathroom for free.
If you love the theatrical arts, you definitely want to take the Baroque theater tour. This is one of the remaining 4 Baroque theaters left in the world. It has not yet been modernized, and is perhaps the best preserved of them all. Most of the backstage mechanics are actually still functioning. You even get to go backstage to take a look at the behind-the-scenes look at all the mechanics. Unfortunately, today there are rarely live performances here, but I would have loved to attend one. From spring to fall, kayaking on the Vltava River is very popular amongst the locals and some adventurous tourists, including yours truly. I did the self-guided half-day tour with Vltava Sport Service. If you're not an experienced kayaker like myself, do a group tour instead. Seeing Cesky Krumlov from the water gives you a whole new level of appreciation of the beauty and splendor of this town. Once outside, you'll enjoy the beautiful nature of the Czech Republic. You're going downstream, so it's minimal effort required. Just watch out for the branches. I also got stuck in some shallow waters. Nothing I can't handle. Time for a quick potty break. Towards the end, it started to get dark and cloudy. I really hope it doesn't rain on me. At the end, this dam is where I fell into the river. Unlike the experienced locals, I did not know what I was doing. I wish I had filmed all that, but then again I would have lost my camera and phone. And it started raining right then. Luckily the kayak company picked me up right on time. You can also just rent a kayak for an hour and stay in town, where the waters are calm and flat. If you have some extra time on your hands, check out the Wax Museum. You'll travel back in time to the old days of Cesky Krumlov and the Czech Republic. You'll get a whimsical and fun look at the life of the Middle Ages and the Renaissance periods. It's a little cheesy, a little corny, and not the best wax museum. But as a history nerd, I loved all the wax figurines, all the set design, the fun decor, and all the staging. Things become more modern as you progress through the museum. There's also some fun celebrities at the end, though the accuracy is a bit questionable. The Egon Schiele Art Center is not for the faint of heart. It doesn't look very big from the outside, but inside it's enormous. The museum is filled with Egon Schiele's crazy German expressionist art. This is not for everyone, but I like it, because I'm weird. There are also lots of works from artists inspired by Egon Schiele. That means this art will be a little darker and creepier. Some of it is actually quite scary. I'm not a huge fan of this kind of artwork, but I do find it so intriguing. To help calm your nerves a bit, there is some normal artwork here. And that's everything I did in my 2 days and 2 nights in lovely Cesky Krumlov. For more details, visit my website, johnnytrekkie.com. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you can find my other video, Cesky Krumlov Food Tour. You'll see all the best things I ate in Cesky Krumlov, in detail. Until next time, live long, travel, and prosper.